What's going on? Yeah, I recently saw like a video of like this guy, he got pulled over, right? So the police was like, they was like, let your window down. And he was like, he didn't feel comfortable or whatever. He had his hands low, they standing in the back of him. And that's, to me, that's just crazy, man. Like, if the police pull you over, I mean, if you do refuse to do something, that just give them the right to like straight beat your ass. You get what I'm saying? Like, for with me, I'm the type of person like you can refuse to answer questions, but like if they telling you like a command to do something and you refuse to do it, that's just gonna get them to go ahead to beat your ass, man. So if they say let the window down, let the window down. They say get out the car, get out the car. It ain't no getting away from that once they tell you that shit. So and I remember, I got pulled over a little while ago. I was headed to work, so like I had to put my truck in the shop. So I had the dealership gave me a rental, a loaner, and it had test drive on the tag. So I'm going to work. It's probably like 7 in the morning. So the cop pulled me over and he was like, he said, "Hey man, he said, yeah, he said, why do you have this car? He got a test drive sign on the tag." I said, "Is that illegal or something?" He was like, "No, man, it's not illegal. I just want to know, like, why you had a car." And I was like, "Well, I'm not answering your questions." So, he was like, "Yeah, man. So, I mean, I just want to know where you going. Where you going? Like, where do you get the car? Why do you have a car?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm not answering your questions, man." So he was like, "Let me see your license." So I gave him my license. He went and checked it. So he came back again on the same shit, like, why do I have a car? And I'm like, I ain't answer your question. So my license came back clean. So he checked the VIN. So he flashed the light. It's kind of dark. He flashed the light on the VIN and went back to the car. So he probably was back there like 5 minutes. So the VIN came back clean. So he came back and looked at the VIN again. He shined the flashlight on it. And, he doing like this. And he went back to the car. And he like, it took him another 5 minutes. So he came back. And he was like, "Come on, man. Why do you have a car, man? I mean, I just want to know why you had a car." I was like, "Look, man," I said, "my truck is in the shop. The dealership gave me a loan until my truck get out the shop." I'm like, "Damn." He's like, "Oh, man, that's all you had to say, man. He said, I would have let you go like 25 minutes ago if you just would have said that." And I'm basically like, "Well, I'm not trying to give you no ammo for no investigation. So, I'm like, I'm not finna answer your questions." And then he finally gave me my license back. Then he brought up something about, he's like, "Yeah, this is not a racial thing." I didn't even bring up nothing about no racial stuff. He's like, "Yeah, this is not racial, man. It's dark. I mean, I can't hardly see anyway." And I'm just like, "Yeah, whatever, man." I'm like, "All right." So he gave me my license and I went on to work. But like I say, man, you can refuse their questions, but when you refusing to do something, they give you like some type of command to move this way or move that way, do it. Cause, they'll shoot it, they'll shoot in your car. They'll say, "Oh, I thought he was reaching for something." And even when they say, "Let me see your wallet," let me see, not your wallet, but let me see your ID. Say, "Hey," wherever it is, say, "Hey, man, my ID is in the glove department or it's in my pocket. I got a reach right here. Is that okay?" And it's like nobody never even taught me that, but it's like you be so nervous. It's just something I started doing. So, I mean, I done got pulled over so many times. Like, that's what I do. I say, "Hey, man, it's in my wallet. I got to reach this way." is that all right to reach this way and give you my license? And, you know, they had a gun, they had a hand on the gun anyway. So just be careful, man, on them traffic stops. They already be on bullshit, and it's like I look at them kind of like pit bulls, man. It's like, you know, they could be loyal, and then it's like sometimes they could be like well, they loyal to each other, but it's like you never know what they gonna do. Like it just could jump off anytime, like some type of wild animal. And on top of that, even if it's on camera, it don't matter like whether it's on camera or not. Like they could like shoot you in your back. It don't matter what they do, man. All they got to say, I feel for my life, like. And then on top of that, what they do you know, they say in court, they'll be like, oh, you don't never know what happened before the video started. Even though it's clear what has happened on the tape, they will say, oh, well, we don't know what happened before the tape, as if you then pulled a gun out before the tape started running, or pulled out a knife before the tape started going. You didn't, I mean, it can't be. I mean, how bad could it be before the tape if they talking to you calm? You get what I'm saying? While the tape is going. Because if you do anything crazy or dramatic, they guns is drawn. So it don't even be making no sense, man. But be careful on them traffic stops. They already be on bullshit. So refuse the questions. But if they command you to do something, just go ahead and do it, man.